Hello, hi. Today, my top tips for press-ups. I'm sure I just heard that sigh from all the way over here, but press-ups, as soon as you say press-ups, everyone hates the press-up, nobody loves the press-up until you learn a few top tips. First of all, before you do anything else, I want you to do your most perfect press-up. Your most perfect press-up could look like knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders, pressing down and up. Perhaps you're going to go from a nice high plank position, dropping the knees down a strong straight line from the shoulders through to the knees, keeping the knees down to the mat and driving down into our press up and back. Or perhaps I've only asked you to do one, so perhaps you're brave enough to start up and on your toes for your most perfect press up. Now, did you do it? Do one. And then have a little check-in. What were you thinking about when you were doing that press up, apart from why is she doing press ups? Were you thinking about your hands? Tip number one, I want you to spread your fingertips as wide as you possibly can on the mat. Press away through the fingers. The more pressure you put through the fingers, this little hollowness, let's say, will appear, and it means you're using some energy from your fingers and taking that effort and energy out of the wrists. Sometimes we can get quite sore on the wrists quite quickly when we're doing press ups. So spread the fingertips, press away through the fingers, we go down and up. First thing to think about, if you wasn't already, check in with your fingers. Next thing, when you came down in that press up position, where were your hands placed? We're all super keen, or some of us are super keen to bring our hands right out super wide so that as we come down, we're aiming for almost a 90-degree angle in the elbows. That makes us feel like perhaps we can get a bit lower and perhaps we're a little bit stronger, but it's not correct. What I don't want to see is this position here. Elbows and shoulders in line can cause quite an impingement and not be very comfortable for the shoulders. So I do want your hands underneath the shoulders as you come up into that press up position. Now suddenly that might feel ever so slightly harder than before. If it does, drop down to the knees. Use that little regression for a moment whilst I talk through the next steps. So hands underneath the shoulders, whether you're on your knees or your toes, we want to think about now where the elbows are going. The reason people want their arms wide is to send their elbows out to the side. We all know keeping your elbows tucked in towards the side of the body is driving into a tricep press up, which is maybe much harder. Sometimes they're called military press ups, and that might be what you're aiming for. But if you want to get the most out of your press up, if you want to use a few more muscles, we're going to combine our biceps and our triceps. We're going to keep our hands in this position. We're not driving our elbows out to the side. We're not trying to tuck them back. Actually, what we're aiming for is a 45-degree angle off of our mat as we come back. We're aiming to draw that line out and away in that position. What helps us achieve that, if you're now thinking that feels impossible, what helps us achieve that is to picture our head in a triangle to our hands. We could come down, driving our head forwards is a really great aim to get those elbows out and back. Often we aim our head between those hands and it squeezes our elbows a little bit too far out to the side. Give that a try. Make the triangle with your head and your hands, squeezing those elbows out and back, pressing down and up. We're getting there. Are you still doing press ups whilst I'm talking? Maybe one more thing to consider is what your legs, your lower body is doing. I want you to squeeze your glutes. I want you to squeeze your quads, and I want you to push your heels away. Engagement through that lower body helps you pick that belly button up ever so slightly further, keeping the back nice and strong and straight. Our plank-like position moves like a plank. If we're not very strong here, then we start to move like a bit of a snake and we're much heavier as we come down and up in that press up. So squeeze glutes, quads, push heels away. Spread fingers wide, engage the fingers, press away through the hands. Our upper back wants to be doing a little bit of work as well. We could try and press away through the hands, creating a little bit of space in that upper back. It doesn't need to be a big movement like I'm just showing, but try and give a little bit of movement through that upper back. Picking up the back, drop down and up. Check out those few tips. Give me a couple of tries and see if it got any easier for you. There's going to be more coming on press-ups, but I want to give you a rest. I want to give you a few press-ups and then maybe another day a few more. So whatever your perfect press-up was, remember, if the knees are underneath the hips, sometimes it feels a little bit harder to come forwards with a flat back. So perhaps you want to jump straight into that nice high plank, drop the knees down, strong and straight back, coming down and up. Or now you've got all of those tips, fingertips, hands, squeeze the glutes, push the heels away, drive the head forwards, and see if you can manage a press up on the toes. Maybe a couple of press ups, maybe aim for 5 of your best press ups. I'm assuming you've done about 5 whilst I was talking. Good luck, enjoy, hope you like those tips.